Good morning and welcome to this week's Wednesday with Warbus. We're here at the boardroom with Christian Ballard. He's the architect that we have for Altus Public Schools that you hear me talk about all the time. He works for Boynton William Architects, and we have him here today to explain to us the bid process. When I talked to many of you over all the different projects that we have going on because of the bond and MAPS 1 and the possible MAPS 2, we're always talking about the bid process. Well, Christian, he's here today. We opened three different projects that were bid out. And so I asked him to stay with us and kind of explain the bid process to us. So if you'll tell Altus Public Schools what that means.
Sure. Well, the bid process really starts with the design process, which typically is what is the district's need or what is the need in a specific area. We come up with a design for that. We price that design, and if that design fits the cost or the pricing structure that works with the district, then we move forward. If not, we redesign. And in this instance, particularly the bids came in right where we estimated them to be. So we did the design, it matched the cost estimate, opened the bids, and things worked out well. But as far as the bids, what's involved there is putting together a project manual. It's usually 2.5 to 4 inches thicker than this. And basically the first half of that project document is just to make sure that everything is in compliance with Title 61, the state bidding law. And then typically the second half of the documents are performance based and tell the bidders this is what to bid, this is the product to bid, and generally speaking, substitutions are allowed or not allowed, and we typically allow substitutions for everything because we want a competitive bid. So we put together the project manual, and drawings go hand in hand with that. We had a drawing set for these projects, and they work together. The bidders look at those, they review them, they go into plan rooms. These sets of plans were actually at the Southwest Technology Center also, as well as the typical plan rooms, and we received numerous phone calls about them, answered them, and I was answering phone calls right up to the point of leaving to drive here, and even picked up the phone a couple times along the way.
All right. What are some of the legal aspects? I know we have to advertise for so many days, and what leads up to today?
Okay. So once we have a design that has been approved, we complete the document set, we send them to the plan rooms, we send them to printing houses so that bidders can receive them. We also can send them to them electronically. When those documents are ready is when we send in the legal advertisement to the Altus Times, and it has to be advertised for a minimum 21 days. I believe this project was advertised for 23 days, so we exceeded that mandate. And then during that 21 to 23 days, we're in our office doing other things and also working with projects with your district. But we'll receive questions and we'll answer them. If it's just a minor clarification, we'll answer it over the phone. If it's something that needs to be quantified that may change somebody's bid, we issue an addendum. So 2 addenda were issued for this project, and one of them was to clarify what is actually in the video boards, what is the actual processor. So it's about a page worth of product description that so we make sure everybody's bidding the right thing.
Right. Everybody bid apples to apples.
Apples to apples, yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Today we advertised for 3 bid packages. One package we had no bids, and that's for the demolition of the church that we talked about, demolition of it, and the building of a parking lot. So we're going to rebid that and hopefully get some bids on it. We opened the bids there were a couple bids on the video boards, so we'll accept one of those tonight at the board meeting. Also the turf on the softball, baseball complex. There were several bids on it, and so we'll accept one of those tonight. And also the surfacing of the track. We were very happy with all 3 of those that we're going to hopefully accept tonight. They were all under budget. So thanks you, Christian, for your hard work, because I know you know a lot of people and you get the word out so that we get lots of bids. The more bids that we have, usually the economics are better for Altus Public Schools, and we definitely do appreciate that. So hopefully you have a little bit more insight into the bidding process, since we've been lucky enough and blessed enough to be able to build a lot of projects. And you've heard me talk about Christian, our architect, a lot, so you've got to meet him. Our next projects that are coming up are the
Safe rooms.
safe rooms at Altus Primary School and Altus Early Childhood Center.
So we'll be advertising those the end of this month for a mid-December bid opening, and just like in these projects today, hope to get a lot of bidder participation. Working with Jody Hall on those projects, they always get us a lot of bidders too. So,
And best case scenario, if we open those bids in mid-December, hopefully maybe start some construction by January.
I think some of the site preparation and/or site demolition could begin in January. Yes.
Awesome. Well, good. Well, thanks for coming and educating us on bid openings. And as always, may God continue to bless Altus Public Schools.